while his teammates are still holding down the hill, but the pinch comes in from Draza, able to take him off that time, and he finds a second. LA Thieves find the break.
Yeah, that is great work from Draza in toward the front side. We talked about his bit of struggles, Jay, when it came down to Major 3, just not the level that you'd expect to see him at. But Kenny able to find 3 on the flank. Wonderful work coming in from Quavo. Father and son, you got to talk about both when you're mentioning one of them. It's about to be a lead change, a perfect break for LAT. Final 10 belongs to them.
Push, try to get him off for this time, but Seattle, great crossfires set up. Back spawn still in their favor. This final 15 is going to be theirs. You're going to force LA Thieves now off the rotation to set up for P5.
Yeah, I think the game is finally said, all right, Thieves, you guys are going to have to rotate at some point. We'll see if this one can be not just a rotation, but a successful one at that. A wonderful start, by the way, to this game 1 hard point from Dylan Hannon. Now at 14 and 5, pops the Deddy in hopes of maybe...
Just want to try to stay alive on that side of the map. Don't let anyone sneak on by and potentially flip these spawns, because now you have to try to get a good amount of time off of P1 and close out the game at P2. So all of the Thieves, that's their main focus. Just flip these spawns. We're not really worried about this P1 time. If we can get it, even better. But the trade comes in onto Civ, and now the spawns are going to flip.
They are indeed, but still, you can obviously win it over at P1. Envoy trying to put on the pressure as that scoreline for him continues to look fantastic. 32 and 15. It only takes 5 more seconds and a 5 spree. Make it a 6 spree. Have yourself a moment, Envoy. Laughing it up. Enjoying themselves some.
The deep flank. One thing that LA Thieves do have a lot of success on this map is retake situations. The second best team as Envoy finds the first.
When he's made his presence felt, Sib and Accuracy both hit the ground. And right now for Mac, objective at hand. Envoy's shooting at his teammates, and Mac and Pred are going to take advantage of it. It was a perfectly played bait from Envoy and Co. to start off that round, and Mac and Pred able to deliver with all 4 here in round 1. The SMGs, who were slow on Hydro, answer.
Seattle going to be ready to take him off of it, but Mac, if he challenged that a little bit earlier, he's able to get him before that bomb gets planted. So now in the 3v4 situation, you have Pred already working the flank.
I don't want to say this is a guaranteed kill, but it feels like it. It feels like it. Give it to him. 9 and 1. Kenny thankfully gets on the board. Problem being is that bomb, well, it is, yeah, it's already defused. So good effort, Kenny, just out of the play. And from there, sir, gotta have some short-term memory. That's without question. This could be the kill that decides it. This could be the one. Pred able to drop Envoy. As we said, playmakers on both sides of the screen. But this time it's the Aussie who comes out on top. Seattle, what can they do now that they have that first blood? Maybe it's Pred. Maybe it's Pred who can do everything. Give him an opportunity and he will not squander it. Send him forward and watch him fly. Pred delivers, and now we've got OT. Starting to feel pressure when it comes down to the top 8 seeds. What's going to happen? Envoy over the top. The playmaking is in. Octane on the other side of the screen is able to find one himself. An instant 2v4, but Pred is still alive.
Pred's still alive. He takes down Octane. 30 seconds left. A player from the Thieves has to hop on the point. Kenny at least finds one. All left up to Pred.
His position's known. The comms are there. The communication is there. And Thieves are going to walk away with the comeback. Down.
Pred.
Oh, this is big. This is big. Mac able to find a double. And with that, the Thieves have to scramble onto the point. A perfect setup there for Accuracy. 2 segments. Is there going to be a third? Can the Thieves jump on? Pred with another, a big 1v1. Thieves with numbers. Mac trying to go off. LAT stabilized for the moment. They felt the pressure when it comes to lives. Can they get the capture? They will. A minute on the clock. And
left and right, already on a 4 spree. That's going to be another 4 dead in the feed. You see the call is already in. Turn around, play for a couple more spawn kills. He finds his 5th. One off into that cruise.
Yeah, I think if I'm Envoy's teammates, it's just like, hey man, listen, just stay alive. 30 seconds to go. Get a guaranteed kill. Let's have a cruise missile move into this next attack because we are absolutely going to need it. And that's going to be the cruise earned. And how about a 7th kill on tide? So Kenny Player number 6, excuse me, Inaccuracy eventually falls, and with that, they will begin to fly on forward. Plenty of bodies as Octane looks to get established. Long range fights, those are his specialty. Line him up, maybe knock him down over the top. Sim eventually does get found out. That's going to be one segment already at B. 2 players alive and 2 off a spawn. Can LAT keep this rolling?
And can LAT keep it rolling? They're able to find 2 kills. So Sib and Pred have to try to make a couple plays. Great route right there from Jaza to take down Sib. All left up to Pred before the stack comes in. He's just trying to stay alive. He's trying to allow his teammates to get back into the play. The second segment is already in. Pred trying to go for the wall bang, but his teammates are all the way across the map. LA Thieves trying to force round 5.
Oh, Pred! Inaccuracy! Able to wipe him away. Just a sliver left on that. Jay.
The first one comes in, you're picking up, you're using this to simply get all the information you possibly can. You know that 2 players are going to be over towards BS and D. At least a trade does come in. Now you're able to stop that clock. You're able to get on the point. The 2 stack is going to be here. Seattle have to move.
They do. Draza able to win it. Is that going to be enough?
1-on-1.
Draza. Few men fall, and with that, the time begins to become a factor for Surge. 15 seconds. Where do you go? You got arrows more positioned over at B. Do you try to make the pivot at A? Octane still has a cruise missile as well. Surge, how do they weather the storm? Currently, they are able to lock it down. All 4 members still alive and trying to stack it, trying to be alive for as long as possible. But here comes in another cruise missile. Octane puts on the afterburners, not able to find anything. Information is all that it is. And Mac, the sole man alive, trying to remain intact. Nades at his feet, 47 HP and a dream. They capture it. They're able to stay alive. Minute and 5 on the clock.
To potentially close this series out in a 3-0. Just want to make sure you're maintaining top radio control, making it a lot more difficult for Seattle to get on towards the point. You're going to have 1 player in Pred who's working a super deep flank, but he eventually gets read out right there by Kenny. Big kill from him with 45 seconds left. Seattle, they have 1 or 2 more good pushes. Accuracy starts it off with 2. Accuracy finds 3. This is where you can stack the point.
Absolutely, everybody from Seattle, the game plan is hop on the point. Get on this objective. Let's get this done right here, right now. Is it gonna go through? Is it gonna go through? Yes, it will. Seattle avoid utter collapse and manage to come away with the round 5.
Swans from PD, but Seattle, they're attacking from orange side just so they can get that closest spawn, try to find that break.
Yeah, right now they've got the numbers because of those spawns. They will now begin to make their push on forward. However, Kenny and Envoy there to erase them. Happens when you rotate. Their holds absolutely impeccable as they have now doubled the score of Surge and then some, and now it's Envoy's turn to go on a spree again. Wonderful work coming in from Dylan Hand, and right now for Surge J, that scoreline, it is not looking pretty. The second set of rotations have got to be much better than this. We could be talking about streaks, we could be talking about cruise missiles, and yes, we are. Look at Quavo Gulf. Trying to make their way through. Accuracy for another. Envoy trying to tease his way forward. He'll take down 2. How great has Envoy been throughout this series? 36 and 27, putting Seattle to bed, as it will be a W once more for LAT. And
how do they match up against you?
I mean, the Surge are a really good team. Actually, I don't think we've matched up a lot on LAN over the last 2 years with our same teams, but I mean, you know what to expect out of them. I mean, Pred's gonna, you know, bring the heat, and I don't know, they're a good respawn team, and they've been improving in Surge, so we knew it was gonna be a hard series, but came out on top.
And you guys definitely have improved as a sub duo. If you're looking at the numbers, you have been dropping 30 bombs on the regular. Envoy, what's working in your game in particular?
Well, I think hardpoint has always been like my worst mode, so it's been pretty nice to see that it's improving. But I think the big thing is that when me and Ken are on point and like our chemistry's flowing, it just makes the game really hard on other teams. And I think unlike other sub duos, I think me and Ken really interchange of like, you know, who's the fast guy or who's the slow guy in certain situations, and both know our role pretty well.
Dylan, I was looking at some of the numbers when it comes to that control, that game number 3. It seems when it comes to you guys in game number 3, it's either you're smoking teams 3-0 or you're getting smoked 0-3, except when it comes to LSCLO. Now, that's typically the control you guys don't prefer to play, but you do always push it to that round number 5. What do you find your struggle is having to go to that round number 5, and maybe why you can't close it out all the time?
Well, in that Asilo specifically, we just gave up B, which is obviously the easier point to hold on defense. So they were doing a really good job of capping that, and I think just our main problem comes down to when we get a 3 dead, you know, it looks really good on the map, but you know, if you have Pred or Mac or anyone in your bottom mid just making plays and being a rat, it's definitely hard to clear them. And like you've seen in the last round, Pred made a play while he's last alive after we cruised, and it just spiraled the round out. So I'm really confident in our control, but we still need to work on a lot of things on the CDL.
I have 2 questions for you. The first one being, excuse me, you guys got rid of hotel control in this series. Were you hoping that they picked Expo? Is that a map y'all are comfortable on?
Hey, we might have that Berlin effect from last year when it came in, but yeah, I mean, we just know they're most comfortable on hotel, and we're pretty strong on all of them, so I think it was a smart play from us.
The follow-up to this is you have been absolutely frying lately. It seems like you're way more free on the map. What have you done individually? Because it seems like you've just taken a leap forward.
I think we've just been really focusing on our game plan, which is definitely just getting everyone on the same page and allowing all of us, when we have our moments, to push out and get all those kills. So just going to keep working on the game plan, and hopefully, you know, there's more good things to come.
Last question I have for you is, what does Envoy do on Sundays when not competing in the CDL?
Just relax, man. I mean, we have long days, long weeks. I don't really have the stream on much often, so just hanging out with the girlfriend, my cats, and then, you know, watching CDL.
We'll let you put in that family time. Thanks for joining us here on the show.
Thank you, guys.